Namaste, friends, and welcome. Welcome to your practice. Today we're going to focus on backbends, which can be very energizing and challenging as well. So we'll go at our own pace and, as always, offer modifications and have fun. We will end the class with a little bit of Pranayama today as well, which is breathing exercises to help calm and relax after an invigorating practice. All right, so grab your blocks, make sure that you have what you need, and let's begin on our seats. Fingertips pointing towards your buttocks. Take the feet hip distance apart, puff up the chest, take a breath in, and let's exhale, lifting the hips. Feeling that in the shoulders just opening. Inhaling, coming back to your seat. Sense into the stretch of your forearms and press the palms away. Keep lifting the spine and raising the heart vibration. Breathe in and exhale. Lengthen through your quadriceps, gaze forward, and lower down. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, and exhale. Good. Gently bringing the shins in towards you, rocking over onto the knees, and let's hop those feet back into plank, chaturanga onto the knees, chest, chin, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog, taking a moment, just let your neck hang. Open the fingers wide, press into the pads of your fingertips, into the thumbs, and fire up your arms, taking the shoulder blades back and the neck nice and long. Inhale, come up onto the toes and just walk towards the feet. Halfway lift, stretch your spine, shoulders back, exhale, fold. Just compassionately bend the knees here. Let the arms go, let it dangle like a rag doll, and slowly just stack one vertebrae on top of the next, taking your time to come up with your neck and your head, the last to come up. We'll do a couple rounds of lunges around the world just to warm up. Come to the top of your mat and bring your palms together at heart center. Ground down into your feet and drop through the legs, bringing your pelvis into neutral, the front ribs in, and the chest lifting. The throat back, the ears and the neck coming back. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and just let it out through the mouth. On your next breath in, release the arms down, circle them up, trace the sun. Exhale, flow through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, come down onto the knees. So you're on that right knee, send it back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Take the elbows back and widen. It's like your palms are in dragon claws. Take the elbows back as much as you can. Keep lifting the heart, hugging the thighs into the center line, and And stretching through the quadricep, the hip flexor. Breathe as you continue to lift the chest and maybe take a little bit more of a back bend here with the shoulder blades cupping the back of the heart, supporting, lifting. Breathe in, exhale, touch down, lift up through the back knee and just start to pivot the legs. So now you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Bring the palms to the hips. Inhale, come up. Reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, interlace the palms behind your back. Inhale, stretch the palms towards the ground. Reach the heart up. Exhale, fold forward. The arms follow. Maybe a little bend to the elbows so you're not hyperextending the elbows. Pull up on your thighs and make your arches nice and strong. Feel the outer edges of your feet engaged. Release the neck and the head. Breathe. Exhale, release your hold, touch down and start to pivot the feet to the back of the mat, come down onto the left knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Let's take that cactus shape again, so pulling down. It's like your arms are coming through honey. You just have a little bit of tension, of resistance there. Take the shoulders back, the head back, throat, lift the heart, and breathe into the dragon arms. You can even let it out through your mouth. Open and stick out your tongue. Do what you feel is good. Exhale. Bring the palms down to the mat. Lift the back knee. Step the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeply here. Inhale, arms circle up. And exhale, back to prayer. Flowing through, bring the arms and the gaze up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, come down, low lunge. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, and this time interlace them behind the back. Inhale, reach forward and deepen into the front leg lunge. So the back toes are tucked under, and you're pulling energy from the sole of the foot into the core of the pelvis. Release the tailbone down and draw the belly in. Continue to engage and open the chest. Feel your collarbones widening. Deepen into the lunge and breathe. Good. Exhale, palms to the mat. Lift the back knee and start to parallel your feet. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale. Let's take the palms behind the back and take hold of either elbow. Or you can do reverse prayer if that is a nice option for you. Lift the heart. Exhale. Fold here. Pull in from the inner thighs into the midline and reach the crown of the head towards the ground. Feel the upper inner thigh bones, send them back and apart. Flex the thighs, the knees. And if you need to soften the knees a little, please do. Release the arms, bring them down, touch the earth, pivot the feet, walk the palms to frame the top foot, come down onto the back knee. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, bring the palms behind. Reverse the finger lacing, so whatever you did naturally first, Go the opposite way so that the other finger comes first. Stretch and lift the heart. Take the palms away from the back as much as you can without hyperextending, and then deepen into the front leg lunge. Keep lifting and going for that back bend. Take the gaze up to the sky, or you can keep it forward. Nice job. Coming back, release the palms, step the feet together. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold here. Inhale, arms circle up. And exhale, back to prayer. Inhale, warming up the body. Exhale, releasing down to the ground. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, step right foot back. You can come down onto the knee, or let's take high lunge. So widen your stance. Take the left foot out to the left side of the mat, and the right foot out to the right side of the mat. Making sure that our hips are parallel. Now before we go anywhere, really strengthen out that back leg. So feel the thigh bone lifting and make sure that you've got this nice angle. We want to try to get the left thigh parallel to the ground as much as possible. Bring the palms to the hips, hug everything in. Creating that safe container before we rise up. Okay, taking the arms all the way up. Let's take them above the head and take hold of either elbow here. Keep lifting through the elbows and then rooting down through the tailbone and lifting the back thigh a little bit more. Press out through the heel. Lift, lift, lift. Maybe take a little bit of a back bend. Exhale. Flow through. Now, either hop switch or crawl switch, or however you want to switch legs. There you go. Coming into the other side. Come up. Find your center. Find the arms. Hug the arms into center line. Front ribs come in. Tailbone roots down. Fire up the belly. Breathe. Bring the breath all the way down into the diaphragm. Fill the lungs. Bring it up all the way into the throat. And then contract it back down the spine. 2 more breaths here. Lift the heart a little bit more. Take the palms and the forearms back. And exhale. Bring the palms to the ground. You can make a high tent here. I like to do that. Switch the legs. Okay. So this time, just pop the right leg in a little bit more. Let's do pyramid legs. So again, taking the left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe in and exhale. Fold here. You can always use your blocks. Bend the front knee, step the feet together. Let's go for the other side. Breathe in, lengthen, get length, and exhale. Melt the torso over the thigh. Scissor the legs in and soften where you can. Good. Stepping the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold here. to rise. Come up. Exhale. Back to prayer position. One more time. Let's make our way back down. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. So I'm going to teach you how to hop back into chaturanga. So the arms are planted on the ground, the palms, and I'm going to bend the knees, and this is where I'm landing. So there's a tendency to land at the top of a push-up, which doesn't give the stability, so a lot of this. So try to think about coming down to the bottom of the chaturanga pose. Like this, palms, exhale, and that's where we end. Come all the way down onto the belly. Top of the feet, press into the mat. So engage all of your toes, hug the thighs in, and dig the knees into the ground. We're going to bring the palms behind the head for crocodile. Start to lift your elbows and armpits, keeping the legs engaged. Keep hugging in the knees until the belly fires up. And then start to lift the chest as much as you can, keeping those legs active. Good. And then bring the palms wide for a nice hooded cobra. Come up. Maybe look to the right, to the left. Go back and forth. Exhale. Come down. And then bring your palms underneath your shoulders. So it's almost like those palms are isometrically dragging back. Hug the legs into the center line. Even feel your baby toes open and span out on the ground. So the legs are growing long. On the in-breath, start to lift the head, the chest, the heart shines forward, the shoulder blades come back. Nice length between the ears and shoulders. And pressing into the palms, dragging those palms back towards the hips. Hug the arm bones in, the elbows into the sides. Active. And exhale. Let's come into child's pose. Just counter that for a moment. Take a breath. Make a pillow with your palms. And just feel the energy of those back bends. Very nice. Coming back onto our bellies. Stretch your arms out nice and long. We're going to lift both the arms and the legs for a variation of locust. Inhaling, here we go. Point the toes, open the fingertips, gaze ahead. Breathe, keep lifting the back legs, feeling the length, trying not to crunch in the lower back, but engaging in the buttocks. Exhale, lower it back down. Release and relax for a moment. Let's do that one more time.
This time, interlacing the palms behind the back. Inhale, chest, heart, the palms reaching towards the heels. The legs stable on the ground to begin. And then start to lift the legs. Point the toes, create space between the toes, and breathe and smile. In these back bends, I know it's challenging. Balancing on the pubic bone, come up a little bit more. Good, and then coming down, feeling the heat. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders and take a rest in child's pose. Very nice. Make your way onto your seats. Janushirsthasana. I love this for stretching out the lower back. So let's straighten out the left leg and bring the sole of the right foot into the upper inner thigh. Get nice and long with your fingertips behind you, and then start to walk the palms forward. Breathe in here. It's almost like a little bit of a twist. So the right belly is coming towards the left. You can even take your right arm and just kind of feel that and deepen here. And then begin to lower. Keep the right knee rooted down into the ground. And the big toe pointing away, little toe coming up the shin. Press down into the back of the knee and lengthen out through the crown of the head. Enjoy. One more deep breath, fill it up. And nice and slow, coming back to the pranayama. Melt down on the inhale. Let's come up and switch sides. Straightening out the right leg. And it's almost like a tree leg here. So turn the torso forward, get nice and tall. Press the left knee down, lengthen through your thigh, and then begin to walk forward. Now, this might be good right here, and this is where you can use your strap around the ball of the foot to just keep that integrity of the length of the spine so that you're not doing this rounding thing. So just being mindful in these forward folds that we're keeping a nice long spine. Good, stretch out the low back, breathe into the kidney area, activate the feet, and come to where it serves you. Very nice. Make your way back up and come onto your backs for bridge pose. So we'll use a block to begin with. I love using the blocks in bridge pose because you can choose your setting and you can make it a restorative or as active as you wish. So let's try lifting the hips and the seat. You can bring the block to this level, or take it up to the top notch. So your feet are hip distance apart. Open the toes and then lengthen through the back of the neck so that you feel like your heart is coming towards the back of the mat here where your head is. Take a moment and just press down with your palms. Feel your thigh bones lengthening, and then again hug your legs into the midline. Ankles energetically squeezing in towards the midline, shins. the legs are strong. So you're lifting through the back of the body. Pressing into the palms once again. Take the weight into the left foot and start to lift the right knee towards your chin. And maybe just coming here is good. If you'd like to stretch that leg up and just see what that feels like, just play around here. Keeping the back of the knee strong, lifting up on your thigh bone, keeping the foot really active. Keep pressing down through the palms. And then we're going to bring this leg straight. So oftentimes the leg wants to kind of rotate out to the outside of the mat. Try to keep that internal rotation and find your toes on the mat. Now, for the left leg, bring the knee in towards you. And maybe this is good here. If you want to keep going, stretch it up. Good job. Press through your heels and then join the legs together in this back bend here, this supported back bend. Keep the rotation, keep breathing, the neck long. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. And you can begin to practice this so that you're increasing the intervals. Perhaps staying here 30 seconds, staying here a minute. It's very therapeutic, but you need to open up slowly. To come out, let's bring the right knee in towards the chest, and then take that foot down to the mat, keeping the knee bent, the left knee into the chest, bringing that foot down, very nice, and then lifting up through the seat, remove the block, and very slowly, giving yourself a nice massage, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Awesome. Hug the knees into the chest. Roll on your lower back to the right. Make some circles. Lower back to the left. Make some circles. And let's do some reclined twists here. Bringing your palms out into a T. Breathe in. Exhale to the left. Use your left palm to deepen and try to sense both shoulder blades on the mat. Turn and look right. And then start to bring the knees to center and exhale to the right. Deepen, turn and look left. Good, back to center. Rock the length of your spine and come to your seats. Let's take a forward fold here. So both legs are nice and straight. make a rainbow shape with your toes. Press the backs of the knees into the mat. Feel your spine growing long, and then start to walk yourself forward, taking your time, opening through the collarbones. Exhale, soften down, imagining your breath like the waves of the ocean, the ebb and flow. Soften in your face. And perhaps use the strap here. Very calming place to be after the back bends. Come down a little bit further. It's almost like a restorative pose. The more that you can linger and hang out, you just get so many benefits. Release the neck and the head. And come up into staff pose. So bringing the palms at the sides of your hips. Draw the chin towards the chest. Lift your heart. So here you're lowering the mind, raising the heart. Keep pressing the thigh bones back down into the earth. Good. Walk the fingertips behind you. And we'll do incline plane to just kind of end our practice here. So on the breath, the inhale, let's lift the hips and try to bring all 10 toes to the ground. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, you guys. Let's end today's class with a little bit of pranayama. So I invite you just to roll back onto your backs into a supine position. And you can have your hands either at your sides or perhaps bring your hands onto your belly. But this is just a nice way to come into a bit of a meditative state after the practice, after the movement. So we'll inhale for 4 counts. We'll hold the breath at the top of the inhale for 4 counts. And then we will exhale for 6 counts. Let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, retain, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2,
retain, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and keep going at your own pace for a few more rounds, whatever's comfortable for you. To complete your practice, I'll leave you here. Namaste. The divine light in me bows to the divine light in you.